Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day. This is our next project, Dodge Ram SRT10. I think it's like an 0304. Super clean truck, so we're gonna be doing a full audio system in this. Okay, this is the inside of the Dodge Ram SRT10. Has the factory Infinity. This is the radio that's in it, the 6-disc changer with the silver bezel. We're going to be replacing all the speakers. So this is going to get all new speakers. It also has the factory Infinity sub back here, so this will be totally different when it's all done. So the factory radio, when you try to do this, the volume button doesn't even do anything. The factory radio is just crap, just junk. All right, we are going to take this whole bezel off, which basically there's a screw right here. You take that out, then you unsnap this piece here, and then you're gonna have basically two harnesses right here on the HVAC control. I don't know if I can get them all. There's one, there's two, and then you have both of the cigarette lighter. This one's a cigarette lighter port over here, and then this one's for the passenger side airbag. Okay, so basically that's what it looks like on the back side. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So we're gonna take that off. And then basically, here's your cigarette lighter plug, your 2 HVAC plugs, and then that one's for the airbag. Next step, we're going to take these 4 screws out for the radio. That way we can just remove the whole radio out. We've already taken part of the glove box out to do the amplifier bypass. We are going to be using this 70-6512 amp bypass for 02 to 04 Dodge Rams. It's made by METRA. This is the passenger side glove box. There's a big Infinity amplifier. Right there are the 2 plugs, and right there is the amplifier. So we've got to unplug those, which is a pain, and get those unplugged and plug those into the actual bypass harnesses. We went ahead and test taped most of this so that we could get it to look nice when we're running it to the back. It doesn't come like this, but we went ahead and did that anyways. Okay, so we're going to be using this harness, which is a 70-6510, because this particular unit has 2 plugs, not 1 plug. Supposedly supposed to have a telephone part on the mirror, but mine doesn't have that. But if you look in there, it's very hard to see because I'm trying to use this phone, but there's 1 plug, there's 2 plugs. Mine has 2 plugs. Most of the ones I've done only have 1 plug. So there's 1 plug, and then there's the second plug, and I've got those plugged into this harness. So that should have been a dead ringer instead of using the 1 plug style. But here's the extension harness. I'm going to test to tape that up, but this is definitely the one that we have to use in this. So if you got 2 plugs, definitely remember you're going to want to use this harness. a 706510. If you have one plug, I would definitely recommend using a 706512 because that's what we originally started out with, the one plug. But this one actually has two plugs, so definitely use that one. This is the stock 10.5 dash right here, which are going to convert over to this double den dash that he ordered in silver. So we're going to convert all that. First thing we're going to do is we have to take this, flip it over, and we have to drill out all these injection molding pieces to be able to fit the other piece on. So now we're taking the screws out of all these, since we've drilled out these injection moldings. Pull this off, and then we're going to push this through. That way we can get these pieces off, and then the silver part will come off, and then we'll put the new piece on. Well, this is all removed now, so lots of fun just to drill out some holes. Lovely. All the holes are drilled out. So now we can take this piece, put it on, and then we're gonna re-drill all the pieces back in. Well, we've got it all in here. We screwed the screws that it came with these pieces so that it holds the double den in. The only problem is these are the pieces that pop through off this piece right here, but they didn't send any hardware with it, so I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with no screws. The METRA piece sends these little locking washers that screw down on here, but this one came with nothing, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. Well, I mounted everything back in there. This is the only way I could do it, is by stacking a bunch of washers to get it to work, because they did not give us anything else to be able to use with this. So screw everything back in. It's all in there secure and tight. Looks really nice, fits really nice. The quality of it isn't quite as nice as METRA's, but looks pretty good. So there's some small imperfections I see, but nothing huge. So this is what it looks like afterwards. I'm not sure where he purchased this kit from. I'm guessing like Amazon or eBay or something, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but definitely you can tell, you know, when they made it, there's some little quality issues with the injection molding and things like that, and not sending any hardware, but that's what cheap companies do, man. They just try to save money. All right, we got the Sony installed. This was a nightmare, but I finally got it. I had to cut the back of the dash and back of these brackets that come on this stock to get this to fit in here. Thank God it's a DIN chassis behind it, but that was a nightmare, but it looks good when it's all put in. Looks actually really OEM and clean.